Let's play some hockey. Tonight. Energetic, passionate, and savvy. Gouche Live. Brought to you by the good people at the Hockey News and Sports Illustrated. And now, ladies and gentlemen, the Gouche.
Welcome back to another episode of Gouche Live Overtime, brought to you by the good people at the Hockey News, Sports Illustrated, and of course, Paramount Sports. I'm Kerry Goulet, your host, and this is a quick little touch up on what went on in the NHL last night, and I got my good friend, Jordan LaRoche. Let's go, buddy.
Hey, Gouche. Yeah, so pretty busy night in the league last night, but it was fun nonetheless. So right off the bat, the NHL Player Safety Department announced that Nazem Kadri will be getting an 8-game suspension for his hit on Justin Falk the other night. They said in the statement that players who repeatedly violate league playing rules will be more severely punished for each new violation. That obviously didn't happen to Tom Wilson, but what are your thoughts on that, Gouche?
Yeah, I think, you know what, it's unfortunate. I like Kadri. I've met him before. I think it's appropriate. You know, that's 2 series that he's going to be out. If Carolina, I think we already see, Colorado's going to go through this round against St. Louis. So I think it's appropriate, and hopefully it sends the message to him again.
Yeah, and I mean, they're up 3-0 right now, so it does look like it will carry over into possibly the next series as well. But Carolina Nashville had a great game last night, a 5-4 win for the Nashville Predators in double overtime. Matt Duchene scored the game winner on a beautiful goal. But a lot of people, Rob Brindamore made a statement this morning about the refereeing during that game, with Carolina having close to 8 penalties, and Nashville only had 2 or 3. And specifically, there was a soft hooking call in double overtime, which kind of turned the momentum towards Nashville, and Nashville scored after the power play.
Unbelievable. Yeah, there's been a lot of criticism on the refereeing in the playoffs right now, so hopefully we can temper that a little bit. Robert Wine, thanks for being here this early in the morning. Listen, this is just Gouche Overtime. We're only here for a couple minutes. I want to get right into the Winnipeg Jets and Hellerbuck. I know there were a lot of people that thought I was crazy when I did say, listen, it's going to be Hellerbuck versus Connor McDavid. Hellerbuck got a 0 last night, and so did McDavid. Talk to us quickly about McDavid and Draisaitl. What's going on there?
Yeah, I got to give the Jets credit. I did not see this happening whatsoever. I originally had the Edmonton go win in probably 5 or 6, but now I'm all on the Jets wagon. They're giving Connor and Leon Draisaitl no time with the puck. And again, last night they were the better team, and it's clear to tell.
Yeah, and listen, while you're jumping off the bandwagon from obviously the Leafs and jumping onto ours, tape your ankles, kid, because when you jump off, you can get hurt. Hey, listen, let's talk about, obviously, really quickly on the the Jets situation. Hellerbuck was absolutely stellar, but what I think, what I saw last night is they gave no space, as you mentioned, to McDavid. They're in his face all the time. He looks a little bit frustrated. He can't get that wind up. They're already getting him in the neutral zone to impede his speed. Do you think that's the key thing, that they got to continue on focusing on him and let everything else around him take shape?
Yeah, because it's kind of that two-headed dragon. Like you get rid of those 2 guys, McDavid and Draisaitl. They don't really have a ton down their depth, and that's where Winnipeg thrives. And like man for man on those second, third, and fourth lines, Winnipeg is the better team, and that's what we've been seeing this series. Hey,
being a goalie, could he have saved that? Mike Smith played very well. Got to give full compliments to him. Should he have saved that?
It's tough because you kind of saw there was like a split-second screen when someone kind of just crossed through the crease, and that actually does a lot to a goalie. If you lose the puck for that quick second when the shot's released, you have no idea where it's going. So Mike Smith had a great game. It's tough to see that one go in.
All right, we'll wrap it up. Of course, you're on Gouche Overtime. Mr. Cobb has gone in and said, what about my Habs? What do you think about tonight? Obviously, the Leafs need to show up. We know that Tavares is doing better. We don't know the full extent. That's obviously going to be good news. However, it's played on the ice. Habs, Leafs tonight, your prediction?
I think they can move on from the John Tavares incident, and hopefully that they can rally together and get a win for him. So I'm going to go 3-1 Leafs tonight.
Wow, okay. And I'm going to go 3-2 for the Montreal Canadiens just because Ian Cobb showed up so early. Hey, this has been fantastic. Thank you for this little short tidbit. Thank you for coming on today. You can find us on Gouche Live on Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, and anywhere you listen to podcasts. Thank you for getting those podcasts up. You can go and download them right now. Come on, listen to the Gouche Live, and we'll see you tomorrow.
See you guys.
You've been listening to Gouche Live with your host, Kerry Goulet, better known as The Gooch, brought to you by the Hockey News and Sports Illustrated.